Sixers. At forward, 6'8", number 12, Tobias Harris. At guard, 6'10", number 25, and Simmons. At shooting guard, at 6'7", number 1, Thompson. At center, 7 foot, number 21, Joel Embiid. At the power forward position, at 7'2", number 14, Chet Holmgren.
And it's our favorite day of the year at 2K Sports. At long last, it's time to roll the ball out there. And before we tip off here, it's time to hear from our reporter. Hey, Allie.
Thanks, guys. Julius Randle became an all-star in New York, but it was back in New Orleans that he found his stroke. The coaches told him, let it...
Thanks, Allie. And here's the starting group for the New York Knicks. At the 4 and the 5, it's Randle and Robinson. Dennis Smith out there with R.J. Barrett. And it's Knox in at the 3. And for Philadelphia, we've got Ben Simmons. Holmgren is out there with Tobias Harris. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Thompson in at the 2. There is nothing like the atmosphere of opening night in the NBA. Grant, do players get just as pumped up as the fans for the first game of the season?
I think they do. I mean, everybody, players, coaches, organization, fans, everybody gets excited for opening night. It's impossible not to. All the work these players put in over the offseason, the training camp preparation, it pays off right here and now.
Here's Randle. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That's on Joel Embiid. And for Julius Randle, back in 2014, a nightmare start to his career.
Oh, man, so sad. I mean, Julius breaking his leg just 14 minutes into his NBA debut. A serious injury that required him to miss his entire rookie season. But give Randle credit for coming back and carving out a great career.
My goodness, defense was there, but Ben Simmons makes that finish look easy.
Pass to Barrett. Smith outside. 6 to shoot. From the line. And that one hits the back iron. Thompson against Barrett. With the fadeaway. Thompson, no good.
More often than not, he'll cash it in from that area.
That's something else, man!
Beautiful.
Wow, Julius Randle with a little flavor on the finish.
Just an awesome display of athleticism on our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And they double up Simmons. Pass to Holmgren. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Simmons.
Well, there's a hustle about Mitchell Robinson. He is so good defensively because he works his tail off. Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Pass to Holmgren. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Just taking it where he does. Oh, that's turning this New York franchise around and becoming possibly a contender.
Embiid. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson.
What concentration from the process. Embiid not fazed at all by the ball.
Smith outside. Pass to Knox. Right wing. Smith inside. Harris on him. And Embiid with the block. And now the Sixers on the break. And it's Holmgren missing. New York trailing. Smith outside. Shoots from the block. And it goes. As the official calls the foul. Count it. And he'll shoot one more at the line. The steady growth we have seen from R.J. Barrett has been very impressive, Doris.
One thing we know, B.A., this is a young guy who does not lack for confidence when it comes to looking to score. He's someone this team trusts to step up and deliver in the big moments. This is a player that desperately wants and continues to work to improve over time.
Time called here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Trying anything now to get them out of this slump.
Just feels like the basket is looking awfully small to them right now. They're having a hard time getting anything to fall.
And the Knicks making a change here. Neesmith's checked in.
The first 2 minutes.
Porty. The rebound by Embiid. The 76ers have gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Here's Holmgren. Yep, that one goes. Holmgren's gotten his second bucket.
We're beginning to see this more and more from Harris. Just taking what the defense allows, and that time finding the wide open man.
Oh, stolen by Harris. Pass to Holmgren. And the shot is good. Harris making the play. Holmgren's got 6.
The D hasn't been quick enough to react to the ball inside. That's helped cause this run.
Here's Neesmith. 1:03 left in the first. Excellent D there from Embiid. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
And it's Holmgren missing.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Sixers.
Listen, turnovers happen. You've got to move on to the next play.
For the Knicks.
The Sixers leading. "30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And it's blocked right out of the air and controls it. And that one is hammered home.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Nails the baby hook. He has 6.
6'11", 240 pounds, able to absorb contact. Ben Simmons, easy work.
And that concludes the first quarter play. Sixers ahead. They're up by 5. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return.
11. Your Sixers.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Sixers, what do you guys think?
The aggressiveness on defense has been infectious. Everyone's come to the party. I love it.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
So here are the 5 for New York as they start the second. We've got Mitchell Robinson, and it's Grimes in a 2-guard. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, Sixers head coach Doc Rivers earned the nickname Doc back in college for wearing a T-shirt with Julius Erving on it. In the NBA, he said, quote, "The first game I started was against the Sixers. I went over and said, Dr. J, how are you?" And he said, "Doc, how are you?" I said, no, I'm Glenn." But he said, "No, you're Doc." And that made me feel like $1 million. Guys.
All right, thanks, Allie. To the inside. And he drops it in from the low post. And the 76ers lead by 8. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the 76ers?
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far. Really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
The other thing, I cannot be more impressed by the defense they've shown tonight. Their willingness to close on shooters, blocking shots, playing with great effort.
Julius Randle.
5 to shoot, takes a 13-footer. The offensive rebound. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. And we have to take another look at that block.
Oh my, and that was textbook defense. Positioning himself well to send it back.
Timeout called, the Knicks. Well, whenever you bring up the 76ers, you instantly think of Joel Embiid.
Oh, no question. He's the face of this franchise. Embiid is as good as anyone in the league. Off the floor, Joel is willing to take the blame when things don't go right. That's who you want.
Second shot opportunity. They shoot again. Oh, Green with a block. And he recovers it. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Knicks will retain possession. The Knicks making a switch here. Barrett's checked in.
R.J. Barrett.
We're about a minute and a half into this second quarter. Shot clock at 6. Here's Smith. Out of bounds. It'll be Sixers ball.
Philadelphia ball.
Philadelphia shooting a nice 50% for the game. On the wing, Richardson. Here's Foster. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Count it. Good.
Foster.
And it's a 10-point 76ers lead.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
It's stolen away. Here we go. One-on-one. No good. Good work defensively by Robinson. Robinson defending. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Back to Smith. Outside Barrett. Pass to Robinson. Now Barrett. Richardson with it, and it's Robinson picking him up. Back to Richardson. Here's Foster. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He has 7.
He's finally leaving that dismal first quarter behind him. Took him a while to get going.
Ooh, poked away. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. On the wing, Green. Pass to Foster. Smith with the rebound. To the middle. Here's Barrett. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Barrett's got 5 points. And we know dead ball situations are where some fans change the channel. Doris, has the league done enough to discourage intentional fouls?
Every form of media, to me, BA, is trying to capture the imagination of their fans. So anything that enhances your product is something that in the long term is going to do well for you.
Here we go. The Sixers on the break. Here's Green. Deflected.
This is the effort they need from Kevin Knox on the defensive end. What a block.
One thing they've done well tonight, and that's rebounding.
On the wing, Richardson, guarded by Barrett. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
So New York ends up going with a whole new group. And for New York, they're shooting a tough 22% from the field so far. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Personal foul.
And he drops him first.
At the line for the Knicks.
Both shots good from the strike.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
1:02 left in the second period. Here's Foster. Over to the left wing. Just 5 on the clock. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Pass to Wallace. Down low. Here we go, 1-on-1. Outside Richardson. 26 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And he drops in the layup off the glass. 13 points in the game.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
A shot from the mid-range. And it's in there.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
With 1 on the clock. And he takes it up and lays it in.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
And so a pretty lopsided game through the first half. Sixers ahead, up by 16. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Doc, as this team continues to develop, what's going to be most critical to really taking your play to the next level?
Continuity offensively and then being on the same page defensively. We have so much time. We can get on the same page defensively. We can be really good.
The more reps, the better. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Allie. After the break, we'll see you right back here to begin quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. It is Bedlam here. The hometown crowd loving that first half. I'm Ernie Johnson along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. They just exploded in the second quarter, grabbing the momentum and running with it. Basket after basket, and they played stingy defense. Now they've got a halftime lead that's going to be very difficult to erase. And from what we saw so far from the 76ers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
They played smart, they took their time and limited mistakes. When you value each possession, you eventually will get the shot you want. But when you lose the ball, you have no control over the destiny.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
They really need to focus on finding quality shots. They can't create for themselves in the second half. Things will only get worse. I'm talking about the high percentage looks, not contested threes.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Philadelphia shooting about 56% in this one. Robinson defending. And he comes up with a bucket. 17 points in the game.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
And for the Knicks, at the 4 and the 5, it's Randall and Robinson. R.J. Barrett out there with Dennis Smith. And it's Knox in at the small forward. Clock at 6. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end. You gotta love it.
And for the 76ers, not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Simmons brings a double team. Here's Randall. No good, off the front rim. Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
I can't say enough about their performance.
Holmgren. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Holmgren's got 8.
Very little resistance around the rim right now. That's the 5th straight bucket they've given up in the paint.
Grant, it's amazing how Holmgren transforms your defense when he's on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, he really makes up for a lack of strength with length and tremendous timing. He has the lateral footwork to defend 1 through 5 as well. And, of course, he can block shots from any spot on the floor.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, B.A. Well, Joel Embiid drawing comparisons to some legendary big men. He said, quote, I want to be mentioned as one of the greats. That's my goal. And obviously being a Hall of Famer. But you've got to take step by step, one day at a time. It's going to take a lot of work, and I'm willing to put it in. Guys?
He's well on his way, Allie. Thanks. Harris's shot is good.
And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
The Knicks have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Pass to Knox. Back to Smith. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Simmons.
Knicks ball.
And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Yeah, I love that they maintain the defensive energy even when they're behind.
For the Knicks, Sims, he's checked in for Robinson. And it's Grimes in for Knox. Second half of play here. We're just under 2.5 minutes past. 3 on the clock. They get it back. Here's Simmons. Uses the glass on the layup.
Boy, the work ethic on the offensive glass just refuses to give up on that possession.
And we just had to see that mobile one drive one more time. Great stuff.
Yeah, taking the onus on himself to make something happen. Got it into the teeth of the defense and made them pay.
Outside Barrett. Back to Smith. Pass to Randall. And it's Holmgren with a rebound.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
No debate there. He got hammered.
That's his first.
And he makes a first. And the Knicks making a change here. And so he makes both from the line. The Knicks have got just 2 of 6 in the second half. Pass to Nesmith. Here's Grimes. Six to shoot. Here's Nesmith. The shot misses.
He did everything in his power to make that a hard shot.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Pass to McBride. Picked it out of midair. Here's Simmons. Doesn't go for him. New York goes the other way with it. And that one's good. Holmgren. Holmgren's got 4 points this quarter. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the 76ers.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
And also, guys, the tenacity they've shown on the defensive end has been something else. Look at how many blocks they've tallied thus far.
They're just taking what the defense gives them. And right now, that's the interior.
Now a timeout called by New York.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with the matchups?
Again, let's hear it for your 76ers.
1:14 left in the third quarter of the game. Got a piece of it. Here's the break. He goes up, and the slam dunk by Thompson.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
And stolen by Simmons. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Shooting one.
Here's Wallace. Shot to stop the run. And there's the rejection.
It's so close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a three-point opportunity.
That one's off.
Team foul. Shooting for New York.
And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Pass to Holmgren. And the officials call a traveling violation.
Knicks ball.
New York has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Here's Wallace. Simmons defending. And stolen by Simmons for the finish. Oh, and the jam by Simmons.
Oh, my goodness. Ben Simmons takes defense into offense. He's a one-man band right now.
Basket's good.
Well, it doesn't get much easier than that. Even a decent shooter is going to make that with no pressure.
4 seconds left. And he lays it in. Simmons has got 11 points in the quarter.
Ben Simmons, a guy who combines size and skill, and he's percolating.
Ben Simmons getting it done for Philadelphia. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this.
23.
All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. And on the floor for New York here in the fourth.
If there's a teammate open on the floor, Simmons will put it on time and on target.
Knocked away. Here's McBride. Simmons defending. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish. Bringing it down with some attitude. Here's Holmgren. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. After this one, they're off to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road. Boy, you love how guys are making plays for one another here.
Yeah, just a balanced attack, a total team effort.
Yes. And that's Simmons with the assist. Simmons has got 3 assists tonight. Holmgren's gotten 6 of his 10 shots to go. Pass to Grimes. Here's McBride. Simmons defending. And pushing it up the floor. Philadelphia, the Sixers again in transition. And so it looks like the Sixers will retain possession here.
Still Sixers ball.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Harris passes to Simmons. That one goes. And that's his 9th made shot in 12 attempts.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Pass to Grimes. Here's McBride. Here's Sims. And Doris, Commissioner Silver has expressed a desire to ensure star players participate in a full complement of games. What's the answer here?
I think, B.A., a couple things come to mind. There's been a long discussion about whether you can shorten the regular season. That obviously impacts revenue generated, so I'm not sure you'd go there. The league could also structure contracts to incentivize games played.
Here's McBride. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Simmons. Count it. Simmons has got 15 points here in the second half.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Miles McBride. That's his first personal foul.
That free throw's good from Thompson.
And really strong at the line since the break.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. And with the G League Ignite and other youth leagues, the opportunity to go pro at a young age is there. Doris, did you see this coming?
Well, we know nothing stays static in life, Brian, and I think you need to look no further than what happened for such a long time over in Europe and abroad. We'd observed that European players had an advantage where it came to skill development because they were playing pro earlier than people over here in the United States. This has helped close the gap. Yeah, Julius Randle has a good feel on the offensive end, on time and on target with the pass.
Here's Holmgren. That one's wide left.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Pass to Grimes. Over Simmons. Philadelphia grabs the miss. Simmons has got 4 rebounds now. The 76ers have got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. And here's Embiid. And the play-in tournament has been a success. But some debate about whether the stats should count towards postseason stats. Granted, it kind of falls in the abyss. How do you think we should reconcile?
Well, B.A., first of all, it is the postseason. It's exciting. Everyone's watching. So much is on the line. This is high-pressure elimination games. And, yes, there have been some great performances that we've seen in the play-in tournament thus far. So I think these stats should be included in postseason numbers for players. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And it's a completely new group for the 76ers. And that one good.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the 76ers.
Their unbelievable shooting was probably the biggest difference tonight. But they also got stopped.
Yeah, great effort on both ends. Now, they worked for good shots, and they were stingy defensively as well, but just really impressive.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Ben Simmons.
The scoring effort from him, unreal. Carrying this team, I mean, he was amazing tonight.
To the paint, Porty. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Richardson. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
That'll be a jump ball.
So it's the Knicks now. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Can't connect from 13 feet out. They are blowing this one open.
Maybe the only question is how big will this lead grow?
Offensive rebound. And the basket is good.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
Rooting for your team.
Well, now a minute to check in with Allie LaForce. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Joel, congratulations. A quality win tonight. What enabled you to secure it?
Oh, we played. We were tough tonight. We won soft. We shared the ball defensively. We were really good. And that's what we got to do the rest of the season.
The toughness showed and paid off. Thanks, Joel.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time.